Okay, so here we have the little heart in the dry stage, and now we're going to sand it and tidy it up and put a hole in it so it'll be ready for firing. So I've got a couple of different grades of sanding pads here, and I'm just going to work them over. I tend to do a little figure of 8, and that keeps the sanding nice and even. I can do it on top of a piece of paper so that we can catch any of the shavings, and we can use those to make them into a paste so there's no waste. We'll do the other side. Really it pays off to spend a bit of time refining the piece and getting it as you want, because it will take less time at the polishing stage then. So I want a really nice smooth finish. Oops. You can see it's getting nice and flat. The little reservoirs that we used with the embossing tool are still there. It's a fine balance between sanding too much and sanding your piece away, and sanding it just enough to get a really nice finish. But it really does pay off to spend a bit of time doing it now. I'm just going to sweep that to one side, so we've got that. I'm also going to do the edges here. We've got a nice smooth finish on the edges. And here again. Take that corner off so it's not sharp. Okay, I'm going to work all the way around, make sure we've got all the sharp edges off. Right in there. Sometimes you get a few little marks along the edge where the cutters have, where you've cut it out, left a mark. We want to get rid of all those so we've got a nice smooth kind of professional finish, unless of course you're wanting a more kind of organic finish. I'm going to work on the back a bit. Lovely. You can still, there's a few little marks there. I'd really like to get those out. This one's slightly rougher grade. There we go. It's looking better. That's why I like to have a little bit of thickness, so that as you sand, you don't sand away to absolutely nothing. You can see I've got some nice smooth edges there now. You can, if you want, get a little fine clean paintbrush and just brush any of the silver dust off, so that we're keeping it all together and not wasting it. Let's find my brush. There we are. This is a great tool to use as well. It has a brush one end and kind of like a silicone tip the other, which can be really helpful when you're working with metal clay or silver clay. There we go. I just want to get a little bit of definition in there. Perfect. That looks pretty good to me. So now I'm going to put a hole in it, and I use this pin vise here, which is just like a little handheld drill really. I'm just going to brush my shavings to one side so that I can store those later. So I'm going to put my hole just up here, so it's going to hang on the diagonal when it's finished, and I'm just going to mark that out first, just with a fine tip pencil here, just so that I can make sure I get the hole exactly where I want it. So I'm going for there. Some people like to put holes in when the clay is in the wet stage, either by using like a kind of a thick needle or a pin or something like that. But I like to, my preferred method is to wait till the clay is dry and then use this pin vise. So I've placed it on top of the hole, I don't know if you can see that there. I'm going to hold it perpendicular, and I'm going to put the top of the pin vise in the palm of my hand and hold it with my fingers like so. There we are. And then I'm just going to apply firm but gentle pressure And I don't know if you can see there, I'm screwing the drill through. It's difficult to see with my hands in the way. There we are. So we've got the hole there. Brilliant. Pop that to one side. There we are. So I've got a nice clear, clean hole which I'll be able to feed my jump ring through. That's brilliant. Now that's ready for firing. I'm going to pop that in the kiln, and I'll be back to you once it's fired for the next stage, which is the fun bit of applying the resin. I'll be polishing and applying the resin.